biggest motor that you can buy for a pickup. It's a 8-liter motor, V10, and it seems to work real good with on Woodgas. I can load up a gooseneck trailer full of cows and make about a 40-mile round trip to the sale barn and never have to use a drop of gasoline. Now, where I would add a little bit of gasoline is maybe getting into the interstate with a lot of heavy traffic around, being able to stay up with the traffic. I might have to blend some in. There's a picture of the back of my truck, just like any old other farm truck with the hay string and so forth in there. And had we been dry weather, I'd have throw the hay string in there and use it for fuel also. I'm down at Auburn here and we're doing some tests. I'm draining all the gasoline out of the truck, and we're going to measure back so much gasoline and run some tests. These Dodge Dakotas on 1,000,000 BTUs of gasoline will get them 168 miles. 1,000,000 BTUs of wood gets them 231 miles. The trucks are 37% more efficient burning wood than they are gasoline. We took samples of all the fuels and wood and sent them to labs to establish the BTU value per pound on them. It's on the test track, and you'll have a hard time seeing the red and white truck just to the left of the sign. It's pouring down rain. I have people ask me, the gasifier work okay in the rain, and that's where we're doing tests on it, right there in the rain. You can't see 50 foot in front of you. The gasifiers seem to work better the colder the air is. The colder the air, the more dense the gas is, and they seem to have just a little bit more power on a good crisp day versus a 105-degree day. I got a little homemade sawmill. If you got a homemade sawmill, you're going to have a lot of wood scraps. I put that to use. I'm one of the few that's probably got enough motor fuel for the rest of my life, but there's some of the wood piles. I can leave it there and let it rot. I can pile it up and burn it, or I can put it in the truck and run up and down the road.
Is there a difference between fresh and rotted wood as far as efficiency?
It needs to be dry. If you can get it down to about 20% moisture content, best. On a summer day, if I chunk this wood up and leave it out for about a week, it's ready to go. It'll get down to that moisture content in about a week. If it's in the winter, I have to put it in the barn and leave it in there a little bit longer for it to get drier. This shows the apparatus I made, and we'll show a video of it in just a minute. This is the apparatus I made for chunking up the wood slabs. I feed it in there and just bites them up into about fist size pieces. 16 pounds of that wood is good for, we'll take the truck as far as a gallon of gasoline, and that's about a big shovel full. My son got a shovel full there, and that's worth about what a gallon of gas is. More wood, family affair. The wife helps with it too. But you divide these wood, this piles of wood into 16, and you understand what I'm talking about. I can drive for a while. In the summertime, I'll leave the wood right out on the ground, or on those pieces of tin, and first I'll start kind of using around the edges where it's a little bit drier. As I use that, I'll just pull it on down, so I'll fuel up from right out there. Of course, in the wintertime, I'll load up a trailer and pull it inside the barn to keep it dry and use off of it during rainy days. In advance, I sack up a bunch of sacks full and have them sitting around. Y'all probably hate getting junk mail, but I enjoy it. Free ride. A new expression, your wife trashing up your truck. You get to ride. As long as you mix in a certain percentage of trash, it'll be okay. Okay, I mentioned the sawmill. If you got a sawmill, you can You build what you want to. I built a pretty nice house. It's got 4,000 foot in it, including the porches on it, but I didn't buy a single board. I've got $6,500 invested in the house, but no hands touched except mine and the wife's. Straight off the homemade sawmill. The view looking from upstairs down in the, a product of a byproduct of the gasification is biochar. The soil scientist says it really enhances your land and the gardens and so forth. Dump it in, so you have a certain amount of slip char that you can put in your garden. The byproduct of driving gasoline is
Crap.
empty pocket.
Junk.
Yeah.
Pollution.
Yeah. So more biochar. That's where I threw it out on my garden. I plow it in. More biochar, more char. There's condensation that will come off this plus tar. And on the truck I've separated out, and I always drain my tar on my driveway, and it's like a pavement. I wish I had more tar, but it sets up just like asphalt.
Wow.
And that just shows where I'm running some of the condensate out, and the grass is a little bit greener. Now, I'm sure y'all have seen this. You might be a redneck if you visit your local coon dog cemetery in a wood burning truck. And I mentioned speed a while ago. Yep. Some people is not impressed about wood burning trucks at all. They don't crack a smile while you're writing you a ticket. But I got busted there for 75 and a 55.
Ooh.
Okay, how do we say we switch this over to the videos now? Just a couple hours time, it will have a lot of wheels on there.
What are you doing when you first put it against the bigger wheel?
Yeah.
Okay, it's got a little knife. It will form a fracture crack all the way up the wood. And when it comes around and cuts, it's throwing two pieces out. Yeah, it fractures it. That slab probably weighed probably 50 pounds. So in this amount of time, I've processed enough wood to drive, I don't know, 40 miles or something. That's the wood processor. And down the road.
I'll try to show you inside what it looked like inside. Okay. Poker in it and see if I can go open it.
Drill a little hole so the flames and the coals will be sucked right down to the charcoal.
Couple of blowers on.
Little vacuum blowers, a little 4-inch or 3-inch bitch blowers.
Depending on how quick it gets the charcoal, sometimes just 5 or 10 seconds light up. If there's quite a bit of wood in it, it takes a little bit longer for the torch to reach the charcoal.
Yeah, just one start up in the morning, that'll last you all day long.
When we have the roaring sound, we know we've got it. Yeah, she's lit. Good, I hear the sound.
Can y'all hear that little bit of
Okay,
noise?
we'll do it in now. Now this is, early in the morning be the only time this procedure will take place. It won't have to be lit anymore the rest of the day. We can let it set sometime as much as 7 hours and it'll still maintain a number in there. And that depends on the what type of wood and how dry the wood is.
So,
You filled that up to the top, right?
That may have not gone all the way to the top. It depends on how much driving.
Okay, alright.
Pretty much filled it up there, but I didn't put all of it, you know.
You were getting ready for a full day.
Pretty much so.
Okay.
when it's on standby, is it consuming much wood?
No.
I'm gonna let the gasifier blow just a little bit, get up some temperature.
Now, if I choose to, I can go ahead and crank up on gasoline and be driving off.
We're gonna
But
give
I'm
it a
gonna
try
use
right
very
there.
little gasoline here.
And bend it on. Now we're gonna crank up on gasoline and then we're gonna switch over, turn my fans off, close the valve. Crank it up.
So you always have the option to use gas if you need to.
Pulling
Say
the
again?
gas.
You have the option to use gas if you need to at any time.
Right.
Pulling wood gas to the motor compartment.
Right here, I crank up on gasoline and let the back of the motor pull up. Pull gas.
Okay. Gasoline is shut all the way off. Run 100% on the
Yeah, whatever that distance from the time I first started the motor, just then is how much gasoline I use, which would probably be less than a nickel's worth.
Okay, I'll put the camera up. While I put the hay on the truck now.
We're totally on wood now.
100% wood gas.
Now that's not smoke coming out of the exhaust, that's the cold, damp morning, it's just condensation like any vehicle. But with no more warm up than done, it still sits there and idles just fine. But I like to stress that this wood gas form it's not a toy or a novelty. I actually work with it daily. And my 15-year-old son now, he's getting where he can take it from the beginning all the way to driving. He's running it real fast.
general rule, me running wood gas versus gasoline, is I'm gonna have to get up about 2 minutes earlier than everybody running off of petroleum. Jackie Gleason would say, and away we go.
Redneck, if you don't even have a gate coming into your barn. Each cow had to sign a pledge that stay over there, I don't have a gate coming in.
Okay, this is a diagram, V10, mid-January, starting the morning off with farm chores, but you seen the light up of the gasifier from the dead coal start. Used shut it off yesterday about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's the procedure. Making good clean gas within 2 minutes.
One more that quick. Okay, you saw the work truck. Now this is a typical little Dodge Dakota on the highway. 92 Dakota. We on the big road. Going show a little going up the hill here. We just a little over 70. Going up the mountain. On the way into town, or not into town, the different pasture to eat cattle. Wife wanted to bum a ride to Walmart as I go, so we've got a load of hay on the V10 Dodge Ram. I'll show you a little bit of the scenery at Walmart. We probably won't get raise any eyebrows. I've got 2 videos going on here somewhere eventually. Sure. Like this hill at 65. All the temperature gauge is about right. We're running temperature a little bit. Start that over. I had 2 videos or something going. I wanted to hear the sound of the motor when it's really getting down. 92 Dakota. We're on the big road. Going just a little over 70. Mountain. That's all on Woodgas and from scrap material. Like this hill at 65. All the temperature gauge is about right. We're running temperature a little bit less than normal. Right along, we're about 50 miles into the trip. And I think I'll back off a little bit. I think the
Speed limit on this stretch of road's about 90, so. Back off.
More just a quick, ash dump. Was asking how long it takes to
Tim,
dump the ash.
A quick ash dump of the gasifier.
It's not really ash though, it's charcoal, it looks like, right?
That's it.
Yeah, charcoal. All right, y'all wanna go out to the truck?